What's up, cool people? I'm Matt Conroy. Welcome back to more Digimon Survive. Alright, so... I'm gonna talk to Ryo now. Keep this story moving a bit. And anyway, how long do you plan on following me around? What do you expect? Who knows what you'll do if I take my eyes off you, Ryo? So you're my supervisor now? Clearly you're not the type to be left to your own devices. Oh, just shut up. Now, is that any way to talk to a cute girl like me? Saki's headed for the landmark, chasing Ryo as he continues belly aching. Okay. The camper's gonna say anything different right now? Hey, don't you think that Shuji's kinda pain? Oh yeah, mild language, just saying. Man, tell me about it. He thinks he can order us around just because he's a little older? Like, back off, dude. Yes, that! And now they've left. Looks like I'm a bit ahead of the others. See, some of these, I wonder if, like, the intended meaning gets lost in translation a bit. Because I don't know what exactly he means by ahead of the others. Like, is he talking in terms of maturity level? Because it sure doesn't seem like, you know, in terms of where they are physically in the world of the game, that they're ahead. But anyway. Also, I'm realizing I should probably have my webcam disabled for most of this stuff. Especially, you know, the dialogue and other parts like this. Which is really the majority of the game. Anyway. Should I talk to Aoi or Minoru? I talked to Aoi first last time. Let's go with Minoru. Why did... Hang on. Why is it doing that? I don't want the auto thing enabled. Stop it. Okay. Oh, also, if you press X during these, you can go back through the dialogue and stuff. So, anyway, those two get along way better than I figured they would. More like Saki can get along with anyone. That Ryo is a real pain, too. She must be some kind of saint. Now, is that any way to speak about him? All of us need to work together. I never heard anything come out of his mouth that wasn't a complaint about something. I can kind of relate, to be honest. It's like looking at how I used to be. Kind of embarrassing. You sure he's older? Your past self? Is that something a middle schooler is supposed to say? Then again, I suppose an adolescent boy would say such things. Saki's the exact opposite. The way she comes at you head on makes her seem more grown up. We only just met here at camp, but she acted like we were all best buds from square one. I think you resemble her in that regard, Minoru. Yeah, he's the one who broke the ice with us, after all. Indeed. Head on, as you would say. Huh? Jeez, guys, knock it off with the compliments. My ego can only take so much. That wasn't a compliment. Yeah. So, you almost, in some of these, get an idea of, like, you know, not only the characters' personalities, but their perceptions of other people's personalities, and, like, you know, what they think about that. So, like, while Minoru might think Saki acts a little more mature, just because she gets along well with other people and is kind of more direct and vocal. Aoi's kind of like, yeah, you two are sort of similar in that way, but I wouldn't necessarily call that more mature. Anyway. Ma'am, is it? Finally, some good manners. I wonder if that was referring to the previous conversation Takuma had when talking with... I don't know. Oh, sure. That's what I was going for. Man, I wish she'd back off a bit, you know? Read the room a little, so to speak. I suppose it depends on how you look at it. She can be outspoken at times, to be sure. But she's also cheerful, cute, and quite amicable. Sort of honesty you sense from her. I quite like it. Whoa, where did all that come from? She just seems a bit radiant, don't you think? I see. Still, she goes a bit overboard. A big sister like me has to look out for her. Hee hee.
Aoi-san, 知ってる？桜の木の下にはね、死体が。
I'd like to know who's they. Could be just one of those, like, kind of folklore, superstition sort of things.
そういう話は今はいいから。それより、私たちもそろそろ史跡の方へ向かいましょう。
See, and now landmark isn't in red. Why was it in red before? I don't know, whatever.
みんなが向かった方はなんか山道。
And now the word path is red.
大変そうだな。
Anyway. I guess if they're talking about specific locations, maybe, I don't know. It was a normal conversation on a normal day with friends. Well, normal other than the camping part. At least, that's what I thought. Dun dun dun! We cleared the tree-lined path, and when we headed up the trail...
あれ？あんなところに。え？なんでパトカーが？
Gotta say, that's a really small-looking police car, but maybe I'm just too used to, American police cars.
参ったな。どうやらここから先は封鎖されているようだ。ああ、本当だ。立ち入り禁止のテープも貼ってあるわ。もしかしてミノルが言ってた落石事故とかと関係あるのかな。だったらやっぱ心配してた通りじゃん。何が大丈夫ですからだよ。なあ、たくま。
困ったわね。史跡まで行くにはここを通らないと。
何の史跡だっけ？
だからどうしてミノル君は予習してないの？ほら、獣神にまつわる祭事の跡地の。
その獣神ってのが俺にはピンとこねえんだけどな。
仕方がないわ。ここはひとまず引き返すしかないのかしら。
引き返す前に何があったのか、あそこで話を聞いてみようぜ。
Let's see what the people gathered in front of the police car have to say. Maybe I should ask the police officer what's going on here. Yeah, but he's actually going to advance things. I don't want to do that yet. Vertical sign. The closed road sign set up here by the police doesn't offer any details. People around here say that a landslide happened up the road. Seeing it with my own eyes, it's more impressive than I'd imagined. Pretty cool. It's not like I want to become a cop, but I'd like to try riding in one sometime. Police tape. Tape says keep out. Who knows what's going on past there? Feels kind of surreal to me. Maybe I've watched too many crime shows. Anyway. Oh, and... Oh, there's an old sign over this way. The letters are so faded. I can't make out what the sign is supposed to say. It must be really old. And these two. Again. Hold up, what? You're saying there was an accident? Dang, man. I ain't never seen something like this before. What do you think? Should we just bust on in there? Grab a video for some views? Whoa, hold up, man. They'll get pissed at us for sure. What's his face? Shuji? Said he'd go and ask the teachers about it, you know? Gray hair lady. Anyway. Oh dearie me, I can't tend to my fields if I can't get through. A landslide? How frightful. Nothing but strange things happen around these parts. You got that right. This keeps up, all the old-timers are gonna blame it on monsters. Now, don't say such things in front of the children. So that's what they all had to say. See what the officer thinks. Excuse me, did something happen here? There was a landslide up ahead around dawn, so the road's been sealed off. Oh, that must be the one we read about online earlier. So now I could talk to him more, but it wouldn't advance anything. I'm gonna try to focus a little bit more on the choices that actually sort of advance the story, because otherwise we're gonna be here for a long time. A landslide? For really reals? Man, think the guys that went on ahead are okay? No childish jibes? I suppose you wouldn't be so callous as to joke at a time like this. Of course. Even I know when to watch my mouth. Sometimes. Maybe. Oh dear. We can't proceed with things like this. Yeesh. So much for exploring the great outdoors. Guess camp is cancelled. I don't know about all that. Still, perhaps we should turn back for now. Okay. Now, back to the police officer. The area ahead is off limits. Seems we can't get through here. What's the plan? Should we head back for now? No way! Don't talk out of your ass or you'll regret it. Huh? I can hear someone kicking up a fuss. Seems weird to go back and forth between adding my own, you know, reading of the dialogue and then not when there's actual voice acting, but whatever. Let me know what you think about that.
Sakiに行ったと思ったら、あんなところで寄り道してたのか。
それより、あの女の子は誰かしら？良いか？よろしいかな？この落石事故は獣神様のたたりなのじゃ。
She has a really oddly animated voice or whatever. Like, animated as in energetic, I guess.
たたりって今時？
くだらね。
そう、無遠慮で態度の悪いよそ者たちが来て山を荒らし、獣神様はお怒りじゃ。この神聖なる山は獣神様を祀った社のある獣聖域。
So she's saying, like, the whole mountain is kind of the realm of these Kemonogami, which we'll learn a little bit more about those later.
ういそれと足を踏み入れて良い場所ではありませんのじゃ。
何が獣聖域だよ、バカバカしい。大方わけのわかんねえ石とか木彫りの熊みてえなの拝んでるだけだろ。田舎もんな。
亮ったらちっちゃい女の子には強気に出ちゃって。
ちげえよ。
田舎もんって失礼だな。この辺りにはね、ちゃんと立派なお社があるの。新しく建てられたまがいものじゃなくて、地元の人しか知らない由緒ある本物の神社がね。
神社って普通は古事記に載ってるような神様が祀ってあるんじゃないの？それかお稲荷様とかそんなのかな。
違う違う、地元の人しか知らないような不思議な獣の神様なの。うちもさ、こっち来てから初めて知ったんだよ。見たこともないような神様でさ。
んなもん本当にあるのか？
あります、ありますとも。
ねえ、あなたのお名前は？
みゆ、お姉ちゃんは？
私はサキ。それでこっちの態度悪いのが亮。
Yeah, you see that line, this guy with the tude? That's what got me thinking, you know, kind of cheerleader-ish vibes from her.
ねえねえ、みゆちゃん、その地元の人しか知らない神社案内してくれるかな？
そりゃいいけど。
なんだ物好きだな。そんなもんあるわけねえだろ。
あるって。
だってほら、見学の予定なくなっちゃったし暇だしさ。戻ってもどうせ穴埋めの教材学習でしょ。亮だってあれ苦手じゃない。亮もさ、ついでに見に行かない？
くったらねえな。
くだらなくなんてない。
そうかいそうかい。おいガキ。だったらそこ案内しなよ。嘘だったら承知しねえぞ。
史跡の代わりの校外学習になるわけもないでしょうに、サキさんたら。
Sure, extra credit. Is that like I don't know if I'd call it extra credit.
いや、そういう殊勝な目的じゃないと思いますよ。
Exactly my thought.
大体何の神社かもわからないのよ。勝手に行っていいわけないわ。
わからないの？
少なくとも地図には載ってないわね。本当に地元の人しか知らない神社なのか、それともあの子の作り話なのか。
なあ、タクマ、どうする？
So, I mean, I wouldn't be so keen on joining in and being like, oh yeah, that sounds like fun. We should totally go somewhere that's not approved. But I'm a little torn between whether I would want to try and stop them or if I would just leave them alone. See, given the way a lot of things operate these days, especially in schools and whatnot, it's like, if you even try and get involved in anything that would get anyone in trouble, even if potentially you were trying to stop that from happening, you might get in trouble yourself then. A la, you know, trying to break up a fight that you didn't start. So, really, in a school scenario, if I were a student in this day and age, I'd probably lean more towards just letting them do their thing, and then we'd go back.
おいおい、どこに行くつもりだよ、りょう。
Yeah.
ちょい待てってばさ。
Apparently neither of them really liked that answer.
うるせえ、こっち来んな。
まあまあ、そう言わずに。
ねえ、その神社へ行くのは危なくないの？
大丈夫。獣神様の社は危険じゃないよ。
ミノルくんたら待ちなさい。あなたまで一緒についていってどうするの？私たちまで勝手な行動しちゃダメでしょ。
まあそれもそうだけどさ。あ、亮たち行っちゃったよ。
とにかく僕たちは次にどこに行けばいいか誰かの指示があるまで待とう。それかこのまま校舎まで引き返すか。
By the way, it's the moments like this where the characters are sort of split, and like if I did that, I'd be covering up half of Minoru's head. That's why I'm not doing the webcam so much during all this dialogue.
それはそれで面倒なんだけどな。
それよりも何があるかわからないし、やっぱりサキさんたちを追いかけないと。
そうだね。あと追いかけよう。
See, now, previously when I played this, I think I picked the top answer. So they went off on their own, and now we're chasing them. Okay, so that particular dialogue choice didn't necessarily affect our character's actions. Pursuing Saki, Ryo, and that little kid Mew, we ended up at a tunnel. Not a soul to be seen around us, and no other paths. Did they head through here?
なんだか暗くて薄気味悪いトンネルだな。
Murder tunnel. Oh, man.
ああ、それになんだかここだけ気温が低いような。背筋が震えるっていうか。
Minoru's totally like the meme culture character out of this whole group.
ちょっと変なこと言うのはやめて。
まさか心霊スポット的なあれだったり。
やめてってば。そんなことより2人を探さないとでしょ。サキさんたちいないわね。もっと先に行ったのかしら。
おーい。あ、誰か来たぞ。
ほら、修二さん。
ダメじゃないか。みんなとはぐれてしまっては土砂崩れで研修先に行けないトラブルがあったのに。
すんません。でもサキとリョウがこの先に行ったみたいで。
Yeah, some of his word choices, you know, give off just a slight vibe of immaturity there. Minoru's, I mean. Anyway.
まったく、りょうくんも年長者としての自覚を持ってほしいものだ。名簿にサキくんたちの電話番号があったはずだから、とりあえずかけてみるか。
He's been letting it ring for a while now. I guess Saki hasn't noticed yet?
にしてもさ、あの女の子が言ってた獣神ってどんなんだろうな。
さあ、多分何かの動物なんだろうけど。
Weren't those the things that, like, the shrine you were gonna visit were supposed to, like, show, honor, represent?
もうミノルくんたら今日行く予定だった史跡の説明聞いてなかったの？
See, yeah, like, exactly.
この地方に伝わる獣の姿をした神様だって教えてもらったじゃない。あの子は他では見たことないって言っていたから、きっとこの土地の珍しい動物なんじゃないかしら。
Hold up, I missed what you said before. God's taking the shapes of beasts. Okay.
それが神様になってたたりを起こしてんの？嘘だ、そんなのあるわけないじゃん。
昔の人はわからないことを神様のせいにしたのよ。それでお供え物をしたりしてたたりを鎮めようとしたの。きっとその神社も今はほとんど人が来なくなっちゃって、地元のほんの一部の人だけが参拝に来るくらいなのよ。
Yeah, so I mean, really, this whole idea with the Kemonogami and all that, it could resemble, like, sort of a lot of different local tribal belief systems, I mean, throughout the world, but they're just kind of, you know, talking specifically about the one that they've sort of formulated within this story. But, I mean, still, it's not like it's a completely made-up concept that, like, none of it really exists in the real world. Like, there is some semblance of this out there. It might not be as common as it used to be now with, you know, more global religions, but still, I mean, those kinds of belief systems haven't completely disappeared or anything like that, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
ま、そんなもんだよな。
ダメだ。サキ君だけでなく、リョウ君にも繋がらない。電波が届かないようだ。
そっか。こんな山の中じゃ電波も届いてるか怪しいですもんね。
君たち、確かにこっちの方向にリョウ君たちが行ったんだよね。
それは、はい、間違いないですけど。
この辺にはあいつらはいないようだな。
地図に載ってないからどこを探していいかわからないわ。
Some of those pauses, man.
仕方ない。とりあえずリョウ君、サキ君たちを拾って早く学校に戻ろう。このトンネルの先だね。よし、行こう。
I should talk with the others about what to do next to search for Saki and the others. Okay. Let's see what Shuji has to say first. You know, you could have stopped them from entering, or, sorry, you know, you could have stopped them from going in the first place. Well, we kind of tried. They weren't in any mood to listen, so... Ah, I see. Well, nothing to be done about it. I'll help persuade them next time, no worries. It's dark inside the tunnel. I can't see a thing. It looks pretty old. I'm a little scared to go inside. Are we really going to go through this tunnel? I don't see any other way. This is our only option, right? Well, yes, but... You're not afraid of the dark, are you, Owie? Just a bit. Creeps me out just a little bit. Hey, why are we talking about this? We have to bring Saki and the others back right away. And that's a very common thread you'll see with her throughout the game. Just, like, being scared of things or unsure, and yet, you know, when she has a certain goal or objective in mind, she just kind of goes for it like that. She sets aside her own, I'm trying to think of the word. Her own worries or, second guessing, and just kind of decides, okay, we've got to do this thing. Boy, just when I thought I was going to die of boredom, things are getting interesting. Are you going to join the search? Who cares about that? This tunnel, a lost shrine. I smell adventure, don't you? Ah, I think I see what you mean. Right? Might as well look for some ruins while we look for those jokers. Ruins? I think the joke might be on you.
じゃあ一緒にりょうくんとさきくんを連れ戻そう。
って言ってもどっちに行けばいいのか。
なあ、誰か近づいてきたぜ。
すまないが、そこの君たち確かキャンプの参加者だよな。
So this was the guy from that house that Mew was walking away from in like the earlier scene.
俺はここら辺に住んでるもので、今妹を探しているんだが。
妹さんを？
ああ、あいついつもフラフラと勝手に出歩く癖があってな。妹はなんていうか小動物っぽいやつだ。人見知りで気弱な感じで。
そんな女の子は見なかったな。サキたちと一緒にいたミユってことはイメージがだいぶ違うしな。
ミュウ？今ミュウって言ったか？
おう、言ったけど。
みゆちゃんってあの子よね。猫耳みたいな帽子をかぶった小学生くらいの。
ああ、そうだ。あったのか。
俺たちが見た子はもっと頭のおかしい子だったよな。
ちょっとミノルくん、失礼よ。
いやでもあれを人見知りとか守ってあげたいとかは違うだろう。
お前らの評価なんてどうでもいい。それでミュウはどこに行ったんだ？
ごめんなさい。実は私たちも人を探している途中なの。
俺たちと一緒にキャンプに来てるやつとさっき神社に向かってってさ。それで俺たちはそいつらを連れ帰りに向かうところなんだ。
そうか。またあいつが勝手に。どうもありがとう。あそこには入っちゃいけないって言われてたのに。俺はカイト。よかったら君たちと同行させてくれないか？
目的は一緒のようだしな。いいぜ。それに神社の場所、実は俺たちよく知らないんだ。
ああ、だったら俺が道案内しよう。ここで生まれ育ったわけじゃないにせよ、もう何年か住んでるからな。その神社の場所なら知っている。任せてくれ。
俺はミノル。そんでこっちがタクマで、こっちが葵さん。
僕は引率の修二。よろしく頼むよ、カイトくん。
From the looks of him, I thought Kaito was an adult, but he's the same age as me. I'm relieved, though. Looks like we can count on him. We'll get there in no time.
なあ、みんな。今って春だよな。決まってるだろ。今が春じゃなきゃいつが春だって言うんだよ。ならさ、北国でもないこの場所で春先に雪が降るものなのかな。何を言って。
本当だわ。雪。
節外れのなんていうにはちょっと外れすぎだと思うんだよな。
確かに。
こっちじゃ先週も降ってたな。地元じゃ異常気象だって話してた。
最近あちこちでそんなニュースを見かけるよな。おい、なんかすげえ吹雪いてきたんだけど。このままここにいては危険だな。僕が見てくるからみんなは先に帰ってもらえないか。それよりすぐそこのトンネルに入りませんか。これじゃ校舎へ帰り着く前にどうにかなっちゃうかも。
確かにそうね。室内じゃないけどこんな場所よりはずっとマシだと思います。
それもそうだな。よし、みんなとりあえずトンネルに避難しよう。
Yeah. So when a lot of people describe this as more visual novel, all this story dialogue is what they were talking about.
サキたちこんなとこ通って行ったのか。
Anyway, yeah, this is going to be a slow progressing kind of game for a while. There's just a lot of, story setting up that the game has to do before getting us into the actual, sort of main part of things. And really, I mean, to be honest, there are just, in general, large portions of the game that are more dialogue heavy like this. Some of them have a little bit more, choices to make in the dialogue, or maybe a little more like, some of the areas where you chose who to talk to when, and different things like that. But yeah, I don't know, and I haven't even finished my first playthrough of the game in my spare time, so I'm not quite sure how much longer we have to go. But, I think I'm going to have to leave it at that for now. Alright, so that's going to do it for this time around. We're getting close to kind of the inciting event, if you will, in terms of, where, the conflict starts to arise in the story, beyond just certain characters being grumpy and whatnot. Anyway, so yeah, we're on the hunt for our friends that have sort of trailed off, and weird weather complicating things. I don't know about any of you all, but I'm having kind of some flashbacks to OG Season 1 Digimon and that whole group of characters when it was really just trying to introduce everything and give you the groundwork for what all was going to happen with the main characters and kind of give you a taste of their personalities before then putting them in situations where those kind of come to light for better or worse and end up working together or not. And anyway, so next time we're gonna, I guess, decide how we're advancing in our search for those friends who trailed off. Anyway, okay, so that's it for now. As always, like and share if you enjoyed the video and want others to see. Subscribe, click the bell to get updates when I post new videos. Look down in the description for info on other social media pages and how to find and follow. And of course, leave comments down below all that with any thoughts that you have. So yeah, that's it for now. Hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll see you for the next episode. But until then, stay cool, people.